I drove in and I saw two cars parked out in the parking lot, way back. It was TJ and Camden. And I knew why they'd done it. Because they had a commitment and a mission for people to come here the first time, and they were here first. They could have parked all the way up, but they wanted people who were guests here to get a good parking spot. So they parked way out in the middle of Egypt out there and walked all the way in. Because they're committed to, we want to bring people, to see people brought to Jesus Christ, and that starts with the simple things of how you treat people when they show up. To Kathy Bailey, who, have you met? Super greeter? She's out of control. I don't know what happened, but suddenly, I don't know how this happened. I don't know, Sissy, you drug her in, what happened? But suddenly, boom, she arrived as greeter, and she's like Terminator, the greeter. I mean, if you've seen the movie Fun with Dick and Jane, and he's trying to do the front, he's at the big warehouse store, and somebody gets by him and he chases him down, that's her. She's going to make sure you get greeted. And if she's on, you're going to get greeted. And she may have to follow you into the restroom, and if you're a guy, she'll apologize. But she's going to make sure you get greeted, you know? It's fantastic. To the body joining up together in teams of people, to make sure that when people come, they get a chance to hang out and connect in relationships and spend some time over food, the body coming together to make sure that happens. It's awesome. We're committed to having real relationships, to being known, to, how many times have you heard it said that, wow, people actually mean it when you ask how you doing, when you show up at the experience. It's kind of a novel thing. I went to college in the South. We say, how you doing all the time and don't mean it. So you walk up and down the sidewalk of college and, you walk, hey, how's it going? What you up to? And it was funny how many times the person gave you the wrong answer because they weren't paying attention to which question you asked. What are you up to and how you doing? What are you up to? Good. Because nobody really cared. People actually mean it. And we fought to stay in authentic relationships, which means facing conflict and dealing with gossip correctly. And we're not perfect, but we stayed committed to it. We stayed committed to fighting for those honest kind of relationships where if you got something against somebody else, somebody's going to look at you and say, yeah, you better go deal with it. But I don't want to. They're always a jerk. Yeah? Well, come on, let's go. You need to work it out. We don't want to give negative people power here. It takes me off. To be in a place where you can experience God. You can worship with authenticity and aliveness. I gotta tell you, just as a side note, it's kind of fun, guys. First service is kicking your tail. Gotta tell you. Right? The energy of first service this morning kicked you guys today. If you want to have fun, come to first service at this point. I don't know what's happening to the Prozac y'all are taking before you come, but I'm telling you, first service is where it's rocking out right now. It's small. I mean, there was 25 people, but we were having church up in here today. So I'm just saying, we love y'all, but y'all are pretty chill today. It's okay. We love you. But we have the freedom to worship however you need to, or if you need to sit down and just be quiet in the presence of God, you need to jump up and down. It's okay either way. And it's fun because even people in the music team have said to me, you know what, I didn't experience worship until I came to the experience. I didn't know what worship really was until I came to the experience. And we were committed to people being involved, finding the passion that God had for you, and letting you get into it. It was kind of cool because in the spring, so we need to raise up some more small group leaders, so I took some people and we started a small group to train people in small group ministry, because the best way to really experience, to learn how to do a small group is to be in one. And Carrie and Peter were a couple of people in it. And as we got done towards the end and we're starting to talk about what are we going to lead, Randy was in it. He's been leading Blue Light Jazz, and Ann and Stacy unit, they've been leading the servant evangelism group. Or servant leadership rather group, and we're starting. What do you talk? What do you want to do your group on? Where do you want to start? And God laid a burden that wasn't even what we trained them for on both Peter and Carrie. And they're like, teens, kids.
Praise the Lord. I
need to go work. And so we went from 1 Joyce to 3, overnight, because they found their passion. And it wasn't. I trained to be small group leaders. They went somewhere else, but that's where God laid a passion and a calling on them, and it worked. It's beautiful. God's raising that up.